Hi, Eugene Segovia here with EZStudRack.com. We are going to talk about pantries today. I have a lot of questions that people ask me. Hey, how can I get started? What can I do? How many EZStudRacks do I need? So this is going to be a quick video that just kind of goes through what process I would go through instead of trying to explain in an email. I just shoot a quick video. And so what we'll do is what I recommend is go to my website. That's EZStudRack.com. So you go www.EZStudRack.com. And when you get to the website, you got a bunch of different options. You got pantry storage, you got garage organization, shed organization. You got where you can purchase EZStudRacks right now. You can go through and look at a video that kind of goes through all the various options that you can use EZStudRacks on. But this episode, we'll just go ahead and focus on pantries. So let's go here, go to your do-it-yourself DIY pantries. And here you have, really I think there's only two different pantries, unless you got this huge pantry that has very different variations. You can send me measurements and we can talk about that in a separate email. But for this particular example video, we're going to do corner pantry. When you click on the corner pantry, it's going to go through a demonstration. And what I'll do is I'll play this demonstration so you can see it here, but I'll also have links to where you can go and see this in YouTube.
Preliminary plans are available for this pantry conversion demonstration. Remove existing shelving and set aside to be used later. Build the two 8-foot vertical towers, as shown in the preliminary drawings.
Now, when I say preliminary drawings, let me come out here, and down here in the example you see down here, you got corner pantries, and you have example drawings. So if you click on here, it'll take you to an example drawing that you can use. This drawing, what it'll do is it'll show you, it gives you a dimension, 49 and 13/30 seconds. But substitute your dimensions for these. These are all reference drawings, but it gives you an idea of how much wood to buy, what kind of wood to buy, how you build the little corner sections here. Based on the dimensions that are here, once you build it, you can go in and cut these little corner sections out. So you have an example drawing here of what you need to be able to create your pantry, corner pantry that is. There's another example drawing here. This is the kind of a custom corner pantry that we did for a person. We'll continue playing the video.
When installing the EZStudRacks, make sure their positions are the same for both towers. Position the two towers, then the top corner support. Next, install the two wall supports and the top shelves. Install the EZ.
Now when you put these together, when you attach all this, it pretty much stands on its own. It's like everything puzzles together. You can nail them in, but it pretty much stands on its own. You just pop everything in there and put your shelves in, and there's no way these things can fall out until you take all the shelves out, of course.
EZStudRacks, making sure they are aligned properly.
When I say align properly, just take a level, put your level on here, and make sure that the EZStudRacks line up to each other so you don't have a shelf that's out of level.
Finally, cut and install the rest of the shelves. The EZStudRack adds flexibility to your pantry as your needs change.
So here you can see the before. These were fixed shelves, and people tend to clutter things up when there's fixed shelves. Here you got all the adjustability that you need. So as your items change, so does your shelving. That custom pantry that I'm showing here on this drawing, you'll be able to kind of see a video of this pantry. Looks like it's just playing a bunch of music. Here's this pantry before. Let's see if I can zoom in it. Again, fixed shelves. There was no shelves here on the side, and the back wall had shelves, the corner, everything was all fixed. Everything nailed in, no side shelving here. Here's where we modeled up the 3D model of this particular pantry. So you can see we're going to have a bottom that keeps the bottom shelf off the ground. That way when you clean up around here and sweep, you don't have to worry about all your dust and everything going into your shelf. Since these are deep shelves here, we doubled up on EZStudRacks. This here's a 1x10, which is 9 1/4 deep, and we just put EZStudRacks in the middle. These are 1x4s on the side, and on this side, this is the area that didn't have shelves before. So we'll continue on with the video. Let me see here as we go. Here we go, the after. And this video is available on YouTube. So here you see, let's see if I can reverse it a little bit. Okay, here's a good view. You got the doubling up of the EZStudRacks. You got the single row of EZStudRacks in the middle of the shelf. A lot of people ask, can you make these EZStudRacks wider? We can, but there's no real reason for it. You got plenty of strength in the EZStudRacks to hold the shelf down the middle. The only reason we doubled up on these is because that's a pretty deep shelf there. Here you see the 1x4s on the side. Remember before the shelves only came to here. Now we got all this extra shelving. Here it's great place to put your little bottles like ketchup bottles, your single items that you have, or even all your canned goods. This wood here, let me zoom, go back a little bit. We got the way this room was laid out, it was 45 degrees here. So we cut the shelves at a 45. Now, keep in mind, when you have a shelf on like this, in order for it to fall out, you have to slide it out all the way. Here, since it's at a 45, it doesn't take much to slide out and come off. So we got these little, what they look like popsicle sticks, and shoved them in there to kind of lock the shelves in place. You can look at the rest of the video on my YouTube channel. See down here, the guy that does all the trimmings is going to come in and put all the trim on the bottom. This is the right side, got all this extra shelving that you didn't have before. Here's another quick example of a corner, another corner pantry. This one here, they just took pictures, snapshots of every little section. But as you can see here, let's see if I can pause this. Back up a little bit. here you have multiple cans. 2 high, looks like 1, 2, maybe 3 deep. Always tell everyone 1 row deep storage, 1 row deep storage. That way when you use an item, you always put it back in the same spot. In this particular instance in pantries, what you do with 1 row deep storage is you store the same items in the same row. So here you got 4 examples of this Progresso can. Stored all in the same row. When you start running out of those, you make your grocery lists and you know to replace those items. Okay, that's the corner pantry section. Let's back up here and we'll go to the rectangular pantry. So same scenario, you click on the video, it takes you to corner pantries and it goes through the same
Pantry conversion demonstration.
video.
Remove existing shelving and set aside to be used later. Build the 2 towers as shown in the preliminary drawings.
So when it says as shown in the preliminary drawings, let's go down here to the drawings. So again, you got your drawings that tell you how to cut. Now you got to use the video and the drawings because a lot of times if you look at a drawing and you glance at it real quick, it's like, I don't understand it. Look at the video, everything makes sense. When you attach a board here and a board there. I've also got multiple other videos. I'll give you another example of a video. If you go to my YouTube channel, this particular is called EZStudRack Pantry Remodel. Let me see if I can back up and you can see the thumbnail on it. Let's see here. EZStudRack Pantry Remodel. Thumbnail's got this good looking, oh that's me. 7 minutes and 29 seconds. So here's what it was like before. Again, deep shelves, wide shelves. You didn't have any real spot to put items, so you just kept piling it up. So we got individual shelves on the side now. 1x10s in the back. And here on the side, if you notice that the depth wasn't exactly 3.5 inches, so we had to cut the 1x4s, notch out the little corner there so you wouldn't have a sharp edge showing, or sharp edge that you could hit yourself on. When you use an item, there's the same spot it goes back. Now this particular video, if you continue watching it, it kind of goes through and talks about what we're going to do. You know, we're going to take everything out and then we're going to continue on. Explains a little more. Here, I'll just go ahead and we'll look at this part. Sections like this. Now, what we're going to do here today is just get started. We're going to take everything out. Don't even worry about sorting through and looking. Just take it all out. Put them in boxes, put them in a corner. We're going to take the shelves out. We're going to put in some corner sections like this. So we'll have side shelving and back shelving, and they're going to be adjustable shelves. Now, if you notice this little icon up here, what showed up, it said, if you want to see a planning sketch. Now, what I mean by a planning sketch, say you don't have a CAD package or anything like that, and you really don't want to just wing it. You want to kind of maybe make a sketch to get an idea of what you need to buy for your pantry. Well, I showed you here how to create a planning sketch. For those of you who want to kind of get a better understanding of what your pantry will look like.
You have been nothing but a positive force in my life.
This next section is intended those who want to maybe tackle a pantry project, but they don't know, is their pantry really suited for the EZStudRack storage system? What I will show you here in this video is how to do a scale drawing on a piece of maybe 2 cent graph paper, and maybe 10-15 minutes of your time, and you'll get a true understanding of what your pantry will look like after you're done remodeling it. Kind of give you an idea too of what supplies is needed, what however many EZStudRacks you'll need. And so continue listening if you are new into remodeling, want to tackle your pantry with the EZStudRack system, and want to do a scale drawing just by hand sketching and a few measurements in your pantry. Now, one other thing that we can do just for this particular episode of pantries, if you want to measure your pantry, say you have a rectangular pantry, I will post my email here. Measure your pantry, take some before pictures, and then kind of give me an idea of what the measurement is. Just do a little rectangle or whatever it is, and then give me this dimension, say 29 3/4. It can be approximate, it doesn't have to be exact, because you'll do all your final measurements once you put your little corner sections. That's these little corner sections here. Again, you're not nailing anything in. You just pop it up there and everything puzzles together. You'll cut this 1x10 or whatever size, depends on your pantry size. So if you send me this back dimension, the side dimensions on each side, and then right in the front when your door opens, you're going to have, some people have 3 inches of space on the side, some people have 6, some people have more. You can email that to me, and then I'll take it and I'll just show you a quick little sketch or maybe even a drawing of it. I'll put it into a 3D CAD system and pop something out that you can use. The key though is when you do send me that, if you don't mind me sharing it, I'll post it on another video and maybe several different options that can help others too. So a lot of times whenever you take so here, if you look at the rest of this video, again, I'll put the link on either the bottom description or up here on the top right. You'll see the little info where you can click on it and it tells you other different videos you can look at. Go in and follow this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You subscribe to my channel, and as I post these, I'm trying to do one a week now, different areas, whether it's a garage, whether it's a closet, whether it's, you know, even a shop or a welding shop or machine shop. So hit that little subscribe button right now. That way you'll get notifications of when I post something else. So we'll go out of this, because if you really want to watch this entire sketch, you can click on the link. Okay, so let's see here. Here's some of these example drawings, and I mean, this one goes into a lot of detail, more detail than you really need after looking at the videos. I had some people tell me, look what I did just by looking at that one video. Okay, so if you want to keep following
When
this video,
installing
you
the
can.
EZStudRacks, make sure their positions are the same for both towers.
So again, when I say the position is the same, so if you have a shelf here and a shelf here, and say you want to have your shelves line up, then you just want to make sure these are the same. If you don't care that they line up or not, then you really don't have to have them the same here.
Position the 2 towers. Next, install the.
So these, again, when you put the towers in, you don't have to nail them in. Don't worry about nail them in, because once you put this board in here, it'll kind of just fit everything in place and not move.
2 wall supports and the top shelves. Install the EZStudRacks, making sure they are aligned properly.
Align properly. Just put a little level here, and if you go to, say, my EZStudRack installation instructions. Actually, you know what? You don't even have to go to my YouTube channel. you can go to the order page, and on that order page, you'll have this little video here that tells you step by step. It's a 5-minute install if you already have exposed studs. If you don't, then you can follow the video and you can see how to put a level and then move your shelf
Hi,
up and
Eugene
down
Segovia with the EZStudRack. What I'd like to demonstrate.
to make it level. Okay, so again, example drawings. Here you have another kind of a before and after example. So what I'm saying, if this is your pantry, for example, and you want to send me some dimensions, just do a little sketch like a little rectangle. Come in and measure the back side. Measure this opening. Measure the distance on the sides. This distance as well. And on both sides, because sometimes they're a little bit different. And then I will send you a drawing, a preliminary drawing. This is just something, a good go by of what you can do to your pantry. So if you want to order EZStudRacks, oh, again, too, on these drawings, let's back up a little bit. If you go to these drawings, and you can see here, this little guy right here, it says 36 EZStudRacks for this particular size. So if this is pretty close to your size, height-wise, let me see if I have a height on this thing. It tells me that this board, item 3, is 83 inches high. So if your pantry is around, say, 8 feet or smaller, then you're going to take approximately 36 EZStudRacks. Let's see if the other drawing. Other drawing, item 3, 84 inches high. So this one took 36 EZStudRacks as well. So each package of EZStudRack comes, 8 come to a package. So 8 times 5 is 40. So that gives you 4 extra EZStudRacks. Oh, keep in mind too that if you do use it on a pantry and your 3/4 inch thick piece of wood, you will need smaller screws because they come with 1-inch long screws, and it'll actually, you don't have to worry about it on these because none of that shelf is exposed. So yeah, disregard that. So that's what we have right now. Again, go look at the other YouTube videos that I got on different areas that you can use EZStudRacks on. Let's see here. I mean, if you need to paint EZStudRacks, there's a video on that. Garages, lots of garages were done. Craft rooms, if you want to do a craft room remodel,
Hello,
you can
everyone.
see
Eugene Segovia with the
what we did
EZStudRack.
here. We did an entire closet. And in this particular video, it's 46 minutes long, but it goes through and you can see. You can see here where we're videoing the whole thing. If you want to learn how to build a frame wall kit, same thing. Got a video on that. In fact, if you go to my EZStudRack order page and you go to, oh, right now we're running a little special. If you buy 5 of these, you get free shipping. You got a frame wall kit. This frame wall kit, I got a video. Granted, this video was a long time ago and I looked a lot different.
Eugene Segovia here with the EZStudRack system. What I want to show
I don't know how to
you today is how you can put
zoom in
this
on
existing
this,
system.
but we'll go to the YouTube channel and you can see this video. Lots of videos. right here. Part 1, Ultimate Storage System for Sheetrock Garages. This was done in 2010. So you got a Part 1 and a Part 2.
Eugene Segovia here with the
Oof.
EZStudRack System.
Yeah, the quality of the
What I
filming
want to show
back
you
then was a
today is
little
how you
rough
can
too.
put this existing system on your garage sheetrock wall.
But that goes through and it shows you how to
Get some hook.
install this once you build the frame out. But for those who want to watch how to build a frame, you can go in here and select the Part 2. Here's Part 1, here's Part 2.
Hey, just sitting on my couch drinking a little bit of coffee here, getting ready to go to work.
Get
About
through
9
the
a.m.
ads.
I got a really
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this existing shelving system.
Goes through explanation a little bit,
That
what
way you
comes
can
with your
at least
package. And then I go through just step by step. Now again, comment if you want me to redo these videos, because I'll be happy to redo it. I got a GoPro Hero 6 now, and we can do these much better videos. Again, I think that's for right now. We're just focusing on pantries. Please
what I've
subscribe,
done
and
is
if you
I've
got any
got 4
questions, email me the
motherboards and
questions,
70
or you can
UHD.
actually comment
I've installed
on the video as well.
EZStudRacks on both sides.